I sat down last night to do the math on my life. I added up every dollar I spent this month. Every bill, every grocery run, every small purchase. And I realized something. I should be dead. Financially. Spiritually. By every metric known to man. I should not be alive right now. And yet, here I am. Eating gas station hot dogs for dinner and telling my kids it's a special treat. Let me walk you through what I've learned about American life in 2026. Because if you've been feeling crazy, you're not. The math is broken. It started with eggs. I walked into the grocery store last week. I wanted eggs. Just eggs. The most basic food on planet Earth. Chicken pebbles. Easter ammo. Eggs. I get to the dairy section. $18.99 for 12 eggs. That's $1.58 per egg. Per egg. The chicken is making more money than I am. I asked the manager what's going on. He said, it's the avian flu situation. I said, so the chickens are sick? And we're paying for their medical bills? He said, yes. The chicken's health insurance is in my omelet. I have a friend. His name's Greg. Greg has a backyard chicken named Linda. One chicken. Greg charges $20 per egg. I said, Greg, that's more than the store. He said, you're paying for the lifestyle. What lifestyle? She lives in a coop. The coop has a solar panel. Greg's chicken has solar. I'm eating gas station hot dogs for protein and Greg's chicken has sustainability. I went home, I told my wife. She said, just eat oatmeal. Oatmeal is $11 now. $11 for grass. I'm switching to air. But you know what's even worse than the price of food? The tipping screens.
I just got asked to tip at a self-checkout machine. I think we've lost the plot. I bought a water bottle. One water bottle. I scanned it myself. I bagged it myself. I paid myself. The screen lights up. Would you like to add a tip? A tip? To who? To me? The options were 18%, 22%, 30%, custom amount. I clicked custom. I tipped myself 35%. I deserved it. I did the whole transaction. Then I went to get a haircut. The barber said $25. The screen popped up. The options were 25%, 30%, 35%, 40%. 40%? A 40% tip on $25 is $10. So now my haircut is $35. For a haircut where he cut one side bad and we both pretended not to see it. I went to the dentist. They had a tipping screen. A tipping screen at the dentist! What am I tipping for? Thanks for not pulling the wrong tooth? I went to a funeral last week. They had a tip screen at the door. I said, to who? The guy said, to the deceased? The deceased? I'm tipping a corpse now. Welcome to America.
I went to Costco for one thing. I came out $487 poorer and the owner of a kayak. I needed paper towels. That was it. Paper towels. I walked in, got the giant cart, the cart that's bigger than my first apartment. I started pushing. There were samples. A woman handed me a tiny cup of chicken. I had to take it, to be polite. Then I needed something to drink with the chicken, so I grabbed a 48-pack of LaCroix. Then I saw the rotisserie chickens, $4.99. That's cheaper than at the grocery store. I grabbed two. Then a flat-screen TV, on sale. I didn't need one, but it was on sale. I put it in the cart. Then the kayak. I don't even live near water. I live in a suburb. There is no body of water within 30 miles of my house. I bought a kayak because Costco told me to. I get to the checkout, $487. The cashier said, "Did you find everything okay?" I said, "I came in for paper towels." She said, "Did you get them?" I looked in the cart. I did not. I drove home. My wife said, "Where are the paper towels?" I pointed to the kayak. She didn't speak to me for 3 days. I named the kayak Steve.
I just realized I pay more for streaming than I paid for cable in 2008. It started innocent. Netflix, $7.99 a month. Then I wanted The Office, so HBO Max. Then Hulu for Hulu shows. Then Disney Plus for the kids. Then Apple TV Plus because Ted Lasso. Then Paramount Plus because my wife likes Yellowstone. Then Peacock because the Olympics. Then ESPN Plus because football. Then Amazon Prime because shipping, but also TV, but also movies, but also they keep charging separately. You know how much that is now? $247 a month for TV. In 2008, I had cable. One bill, $89 a month. I had 500 channels. Now I have 10 apps, I pay $247, and there's nothing to watch. I sit there every night with my wife. We open Netflix, we scroll for 45 minutes. We open Hulu, we scroll for 30 minutes. We open Disney Plus, we scroll for 20 minutes. We end up watching The Office. We've seen The Office 17 times. I paid $247 a month to watch The Office again. Last night, Netflix asked me to verify my password, so I changed it. Now my kids can't get in. They've been crying for 2 days. I haven't been this happy since 2008. I went to Target for toothpaste. I came out with a candle collection and lost my job. I walked in, just toothpaste, in and out, 5 minutes. I walked past the dollar section. There were cute things. Tiny baskets, tiny pumpkins, tiny everything. I grabbed a tiny basket. Then I saw the clothing section. There was a sweater. It was 40% off. With my Target Red card, another 5% off. The math said it was practically free. I grabbed the sweater. Then home goods. I needed a candle. I didn't, but the candle was called Autumn Harvest. It smelled like fall. I grabbed 3. Then a triple candle holder to hold them. Then a blanket to throw on the couch near the candles. Then a mug, because how can you have a blanket and candles without a mug? Then coffee for the mug. Then a new coffee maker because mine is old. Then a new kitchen because my counter doesn't match the coffee maker. Then a new wife because the old one didn't like the candles. $2,400 later, I left. I forgot the toothpaste. My new wife brushes with hope now.
I just spent $87 to fill up my car. My car is a Honda Civic. I pulled up to the pump, I swiped my card, I lifted the handle. The numbers started spinning. Faster, faster, faster. The gallons go up at one speed, the dollars go up at a different speed. The dollars are sprinting. I'm watching my paycheck drain in real time. I'm doing math while pumping. Okay, if gas is $4.79 and I make $32 an hour, I'm working 2.5 hours to fill my tank. That's half a workday for 1 week of driving. The pump clicks. $87.43. I look at the receipt. I cry a little. Just a little. A tasteful amount. I get back in the car. I drive home. My wife says, "We need groceries." I drive to the grocery store. I spend $312. I drive home. I'm tired. I want to order food. I order food. $84. With a $15 delivery fee. With a $9 service fee. With a tip because the screen made me. That's $108 for one Chipotle bowl. I open the bag. It's a salad. I ordered a burrito. I'm too tired to call. I'm eating $108 worth of lettuce.
Amazon told me free shipping with Prime. I pay $139 a year for free. That's not free, but the math is funnier than that. I joined Prime in 2014 because I wanted free shipping on a $2 item. In 2014, it was $99 a year. I justified it. I'll save so much on shipping. Now it's $139. I just looked at my Amazon orders this year. I've spent $4,200. On what? On things I forgot I ordered. A foam roller I have never rolled, not once. A kitchen scale. I'm a 47-year-old man. I don't weigh food. 3 light bulbs, different shapes. Why? A 24-pack of poop bags. I don't have a dog. A book called Atomic Habits, never opened. A book called The 5 a.m. Club, never opened. A book called How to Stop Buying Books, bought 3 copies. A weird gel pillow, a cat brush, no cat. A spice rack, don't cook. A yoga block, ha ha ha. You know what I haven't bought? Eggs, because they're $18. Amazon doesn't sell eggs, yet. I pay $900 a month for health insurance. I go to the doctor once a year. That's $10,800 a year for one checkup. The checkup is 12 minutes. The doctor asks if I'm stressed. I say yes because I just spent $10,800 on this 12-minute conversation. He says, try yoga. He doesn't take my blood pressure. He doesn't check anything. He just says, try yoga. Then I get the bill, $487 after insurance. I have insurance. I pay for insurance. The insurance does nothing. What does it cover? Negotiate the price. Negotiate? They take the $1,200 doctor visit and negotiate it down to $487 that I pay plus my $900 a month. So in a year, I pay $11,287 to get told to try yoga. I tried yoga once. I pulled something. I had to go to the doctor. The doctor said, you should have been doing yoga. $487. I'm in a cult and they're charging me rent.
I just got my property tax bill. They want $8,000. The mailbox is shaking. I bought my house. I paid for my house. I own my house, right? Wrong. I rent it from the government. Every year I get an envelope. The envelope says, hi, this is the city. We're not really letting you have this house, just leasing it. Here's the rent. This year's rent? $8,000. What? For what? They didn't fix the pothole on my street. They didn't pick up the trash on Tuesday because the trash guys are mad about something. They didn't fix the streetlight that's been out since 2019. But they need $8,000. To do what? I called the city. I said, what is this for? They said, improvements to the area. I said, what improvements? They said, your home value went up. I said, but I don't want it to go up. I just live here. They said, okay, so you can sell the house. I said, and go where? Every house is expensive now. They said, try yoga. I'm leaving the country. Anyone know how to live in a Costco kayak?
Subscribe now and never miss a laugh!